Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of your favorite fashion show, Ready Steady Slay, with me, your host, the AFROGIRL. Our guest for today is the beautiful Hamdia, and we'll be talking about being a fashion enthusiast in Ghana and also delving a little into the modest fashion world, since that's what she does. Hello Hamdia, thanks for joining us on the Ready Steady Slay show.
Hi AfroGirl, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I must say I was very excited to have you, especially because Sheila mentioned your name as part of the people who inspired her when it came to modest fashion in the previous episode. If you've not watched it, please go and watch. Alright, so let's just get right into the questions. So what would you say are some of the struggles you face on a daily basis as a fashion enthusiast?
I would say getting clothes for style videos and fashion hauls. It's quite a struggle because most of the international brands do not ship to Africa and most of the African brands are expensive. And I'm not on that level yet to be spending a lot of money on clothing. So that is why I tend to go for thrifts, and also thrift is quite a hassle. So yeah, that's one of the struggles of being a fashion enthusiast.
So, have you ever reached the point where you felt like you've showcased all the clothes in your closet, and so there's really nothing new to put together for people to see?
No, not at all. Because I can always put something together, that is why I am a style and a fashion enthusiast.
Hey, you this.
Yeah.
So, how do you scout for locations for your pictures?
Okay, this is actually a funny one because I'm always peeping through car windows when I'm on the move. I'm literally like, looking for locations. And I find my locations on Instagram as well. I follow a lot of blogger babes, so anytime they post content and they tag their locations, that kind of help as well. Or sometimes I reach out to them and then ask them, oh, where did you shoot this, babe? That kind of thing. So yeah, that's one of the ways I scout for my locations.
Okay, so if you have to go to, say, a restaurant or some other location to get your pictures, are you expected to pay? How does it work?
It depends. Some restaurants expect you to pay or demand for payment. But what I usually do is I buy a drink or food and then ask for permission to shoot or take pictures. So this way it's hard for them to say no. But one thing I usually do is sometimes I go there way ahead of my shoot day to ask for permission. So this way I know what to expect. If it's a no or a yes, then yeah, I know what to do.
So what's the highest amount you've paid just because you needed a location to get your pictures?
And the thing is, I haven't paid for any location yet, but I don't mind paying for a location if it's worth the content, especially if the content is a sponsored content.
All right, so can you take us through your whole process of content creation for your page?
So I search for ideas and inspirations, and right after that, the ideas and inspiration kind of give me an idea of what location I would like to use. And then after that, I start putting looks together. If I have to shop, if I have to make the dresses or anything at all, whatever I have to do to put the looks together, I do that. Then right after that is shoot day. Yeah, one of the stressful things to do is the shoot day. So that's basically it.
Okay, so I know you are a modest style enthusiast. How did you get into that space of fashion?
Wow. Okay, this is actually taking me back to when I started, because before all of this I used to dress. I didn't used to dress like a Muslim girl, and I knew one day I needed to change my mindset, or I needed to change my way of dressing, because you already know, being a Muslim, you have to cover yourself. I started following hijabis and modest fashion bloggers, and these are the people that inspired me: Dina Tokyo, Sophia, Maria Alia, Basma K, Hafimo. There are a lot. They spoke to me through their content and they told me, you can do it. You can cover yourself and look good and slay. You can slay, girl. So yeah.
Would you say that this fashion space is a lucrative one, considering your time, your effort, your money that you put into it?
This is a tricky question because most of the designers, fashion brands, retailers, and all of that do not really target modest fashion, so it's difficult for them to reach out to modest influencers or bloggers like myself to work with. But let me just say this or put this out there. This space is still growing. This whole blogging and influencing community is still growing here in Ghana. So it's not a lucrative one, not yet. So if you are looking to be a blogger or an influencer and you are looking at making a lot of money right now or at the beginning of your career, then you're going to be discouraged, you're going to be disappointed. So I'll say just do it for the passion and the money would come later.
Yeah, I really understand where you're coming from. So what is the most expensive item in your closet? How much was it, and where did you wear it to? It could be accessories, it could be anything.
The most expensive item in my wardrobe right now has to be my Jensen bag.
That is one beautiful bag.
It's quite expensive to me, yes.
Okay, so what is one of the most eye-opening things you've learned being in this space?
Consistency is key.
All right, so who's that one person in the fashion space that inspires you and why?
So Hamd, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. She's a Dubai fashion blogger or style enthusiast, and her style is goals. It's everything, and every time I see her post, it inspires me. It tells me to get up and go and do it.
All right, so I know somewhere in May last year you decided to launch your own clothing brand, Ayidma Apparel. What was that deciding factor? Why did you decide to create your own fashion brand?
The reason why I started Ayidma Apparel is to cater for the fashion needs of Muslim women like myself, because getting modest pieces here in Ghana is a lot of struggle, is a lot of stress. My plans for the brand is not to just cater for modest fashion. We are looking to expand. Being a Muslim and loving fashion and style, we are kind of limited to just abaya. And if you go through my Instagram feed, I'm not an abaya person. I like to, put a lot of effort into my looks. So this is why I started the brand, to educate Muslim women that, they can put a lot of effort and style into their looks and still stay covered.
Okay, so can you give us some styling tips to help with our day-to-day looks?
Always accessorize. There's so much difference accessories make to an outfit. And another thing is always shop in advance. It will save you a lot of time and stress. Don't wait to be invited to that birthday party or that wedding to start looking for what to wear.
Thank you. So what are some of the shops you rely on for one-of-a-kind pieces on Instagram, apart from yours, that is?
My number one has to be M Outfitters. They really have affordable clothing. So if you're watching this and you're on a budget, you should check them out. And there's also Anis Couture, Ehi NG. Ehi NG is a Nigerian brand. And Jensen, Modesty 233. Yeah, there are a lot. So these are the few that I look out to.
All right, so thank you so much, Hamdia, for coming on our show. It's been a pleasure.
This was so much fun. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Don't forget to leave a comment as to who you want to see next on our show and what you think about this episode. You people, you don't leave comments. Leave a comment, please. And don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.